Hello everyone, and welcome back to Witches x Warlocks. So in case you weren't here the last time, or just in case you forgot, this game is basically about us. We are a witch who forgot about the fact that the Halloween exams for witches is coming up, and we have to both prepare for that exam and also try to, I mean, I guess you don't have to, but we kind of try to seduce some of our friends along the way throughout our studying. So last time we didn't pass our exam. I know, kind of a shame. But to be honest, we were set up for it, apart from the fact that we didn't have enough potions. But since then, I have played through the game again, because of course I forgot to save the game. But since then, I've played on my own to get us to a point where hopefully we should be able to finish our exams. Or I know we will be able to, because we have way more stuff than we need. And as I was playing through, there was one new thing that popped up as I was playing. So I'm gonna show you guys that part first. Because there was one part where we missed a spell because we didn't have enough potions. But since that was kind of what I was going for this run, I managed to get that spell. So I thought we could go through that first. And that was, let's see here, save number 6, I think.
0.
There we go. So, this is one of the things we missed. I'm just gonna show what happens here. It's not a biggie or anything, but then we'll go and jump to where the exam takes place. So, 0, 0, 0. I figured it out. How to pass your Halloween exams. No, how to hug you. To hug me.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
Well...
I can't hug you, and whenever I try to, I end up messing up your essence, right?
That's right.
Right, Hex. Very annoying, too. Because I'm made of flesh and blood, while you're a spirit of ether and magic. Taking you that long to figure that out, has it? Almost 180 years. But, listen to this.
Well?
I'm all ears, for better or for worse. What if I turn into a spirit of ether and magic too?
Good heavens.
Oh, good heavens, Hex. The Halloween exams are difficult, but they're not lethal. You won't be facing any obstacles that could actually kill you, you know? I don't mean that.
I see.
Then you've lost me.
Can you teach me?
I mean, teach me a spell I can cast to transform the best matchmaker in Dwimmermere, me, into a poltergeist like you. That's actually not a terrible idea, come to think of it.
All right.
It could be pretty useful for you, for the exams.
Yes.
Then there is a spell that will let me transform into a spooky spirit version of myself. My choice of words makes him roll his eyes before continuing with his explanation. Almost. Insubstantiate will make your form ghost-like. You'll be able to walk through walls, turn invisible, and hover in midair, just like any poltergeist.
All right.
That sounds super cool. Teach me the spell, Zero.
Pay attention.
Alright, prepare yourself, Hex. I'm going to teach you how to cast Insubstantiate. New spell acquired.
Insubstantiate.
I feel myself growing lighter, fainter, ghostlier. I can't find my balance. Whoa!
Careful!
Zero makes as if to lunge for me, but checks himself at the last moment.
So,
It's easy to lose your balance in ghost form because you no longer have a center of gravity. In fact, gravity doesn't even apply to you anymore. Hover, Higgs, hover! This takes a little getting used to, but you'll get the hang of it, as did I.
Zero.
Hovering! Zero, look, I'm hovering!
huh?
Oh, you're a surprisingly quick learner. What do you mean surprisingly?
Well.
Wait a second. I'm a poltergeist now, aren't I?
Yes.
For the moment, insubstantiate gives you a spirit's basic form, or fixed span of.
Right.
That means I can hug you at last!
Unfortunately.
Without waiting for Sarah to finish, I throw my arms around him gleefully. Whoa!
You can't.
No
What?
way.
What happened? It felt all cold and dizzy.
Now you know.
Now you know how I feel when you try to hug me.
Why?
Because.
Poltergeists are as incapable of touching each other as living beings are incapable of touching us.
That means.
Touch requires physical contact, and we, poltergeists, have nothing physical to offer. I see.
Home now.
Oh, now, don't look so crestfallen. Here, come with me. Zero starts drifting upward. His hand touches the roof, then disappears right through.
Zero.
Zero?
Come with me.
Come along. Drawing in a deep breath, I concentrate on floating upward.
Wow.
I'm floating.
Mm-hmm.
Steady, Hex. Almost. It's easier to pass through barriers for the first time if you close your eyes. Passing through the roof felt weird, but something went into and out of me that was there and not there at the same time. When I open my eyes again, the starry night spreads endlessly above, illuminated by a brilliant crescent moon.
Amazing.
In the past.
I loved to sit on rooftops and watch the night sky go by a long time ago. Now I can get on rooftops much more easily, but floating is not sitting, and sometimes I... Zero?
Mm-hmm.
Do you miss...
What?
Miss what?
Well.
You know, having a physical body? Zero tenses up and turns to me scornfully.
Huh?
Huh? Do I miss stubbing my toe? Do I miss tripping over branches and falling flat on my face? Do I miss having to climb flight after flight of stairs to get to the roof, only to find the door locked and the key hidden away, huh? Do you, Zero?
Mind your own business.
X. Oh, he didn't want to give us a straight answer, huh? Okay, so that was basically what we missed. And now, if we go to our loads, I think this... Oh, no. If I load this one, I think this is the start of our exam. Finally, the hour of truth is here. I look around the town square, which is filled to the brim with my monstrous classmates and upperclassmen. There are a few familiar faces lingering at the edge, cramming last minute. A few others are nervously asking their crushes to the festivities after the exams, always a good sight to see. But at the very center of the square, Miss Magwitch, stern-faced and serious as ever, waiting for the witching hour to finally arrive. Once it does, she'll teleport us to the dungeons where we will face our trials. Close by is Mr. West, who is trying to sell potions to anybody that doesn't look prepared enough. Alright, I've got a few minutes left before the exams begin. Maybe I can do something that will help me pass. I think we have a lot of potions, but we could try leeching some more potions. Dancing around Mr. West, I tried to talk him into giving me a few extra potions for the exams. However, he simply ignores my request with a huff. Only after I help him manage the customers, multitasking by using Scuttle, does he yield. I become the most hardworking witch in Dwemermere High. Where else would you find someone trying to earn extra potions last minute instead of buying them? It's time. Finally, Miss Magwitch's voice rings out and everyone goes quiet. Remember, your primary goal will be finding the exit. If you run out of potions, I will teleport you back here and it will count as a failure. Now line up. Alright, let's get started. And afterwards... I think I probably saved here too. But let's start with hanging out with Zero. Afterwards, I'll go both to Zero. He was always nagging me about exams, after all. Why is it so dark here? Let's use glow.
Yes.
Shining my way through the nightshade, the nightshade way. Let's go. Finally, here's some light. Let's see. That door looks tightly shut, and the lever next to it looks broken. And as you guys can see, I have so many potions now. So I think we'll pass this no problem. The lever is broken. If I pull this, I'll get hurt. Damn these sharp edges. We could use telekinesis, I guess. I know, I can pull it with telekinesis. No need to touch it.
Telekinesis. Alright.
Here we go. Easy as a piece of pumpkin pie.
Wow.
Whoa, this room is much bigger. Let's see. There seems to be a deep pit over there. I'm not sure if I can jump over it. And over there is a door, but these big rocks block the way. We can't do anything with the rocks. Whoa, this is such a dried up skeleton. Do something else?
Duh.
This pit is really deep. If I fall, I'll for sure end up as a mincemeat. This is kind of expensive, but I don't know if the skeleton will do anything for us. So I think we can afford it.
Hover.
As soon as the spell is cast, I float over the pit with ease. Alright, next one. I should be halfway through. Eek, a zombie? What did he eat to grow so big? And why is he glaring at me as if I owe him money? Don't tell me he's also an obstacle I have to pass. Let's, wail on him. Without any words, the zombies quickly advances on me. Eek, let's talk about this. I barely dodged in the nick of time and rolled out of the way. Just moments later, he attempts to attack again. Quickly, I pull out a flask of potion and gulps down its content. I let out a loud shriek, and the zombie freezes in mid-motion, raising his claws to cover his ears. Just as my lungs almost run out of air, his legs finally give out and the zombie falls unconscious.
Yes.
Well, that was close, but Nightshade wins. Now let's see. This seems like a dead end, but I have the feeling there should be a door here. We could insubstantiate now that we learned that one. This wall, there's something weird about it.
Oh.
Wait, since it is a wall, can't I just walk through it?
Insubstantiate.
Let's see. Yes, it works. Now, let's move on.
Huh?
Is that a Reaper? How on earth did Miss Mad Witch get him here? Behind him seems to be the exit, though. Let's try to sneak past him. Slowly, trying my best not to make any noise, I sneak behind the columns and out of his sight. However, just as I almost reach the door, a voice as cold as snow falls upon my ears. Halt. Huh? That wasn't bad, mortal. But to move to the other world, you have to pay for your passage. Huh? Aren't you the Reaper? I am. Then why do you sound like the ferryman? Besides, I'm not dead, and I don't want to go to the other world. No matter. To get out of this room, you need to pay me 20 potions, no matter which color. Huh? That's a rip-off. Do you want to pass your exams or not? Whoops. Alright. Very hesitantly, I hand over a big batch of my hard-earned potions. Luckily, he lets me pass after that without a hitch. We did it this time! We passed the exams! Genius of Twimmermere High, da-di-da, High X Nightshade, the clever, the brainy, da-da-da.
Well done.
Well done, Hex. Congratulations. Wasn't I absolutely marvelous? You were. Huh? No snide remarks? No sarcastic jabs?
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you, Hex. The earlier part of the evening was given to a post-exam celebration in Dwemer High. Not as good as my matchmaking parties, but pretty close. Now I'm back in my room, worn out and sleepy, but indescribably happy. Zero is hovering next to me with that sweet smile on his face I hadn't seen in what feels like forever.
I will.
I'm going to make you prouder yet.
How?
Oh.
Yes.
Listen, I figured out a spell that will let me touch you at long last.
Don't be silly.
Don't be silly. No such spells exist.
Zero.
Which goes on to show not even you know everything, Zero. Watch this. Desubstantiate. I used the potion Miss Magwitch had specially prepared just for me and cast a spell.
This?
Hex, you're... Ta-da!
What?
What's going on? Are you okay? My body feels light and airy, as if freed from shackles that had been dragging me down all my life. Looking down at my person lying on the couch, I realized that my body was the shackles. Who is this cute and lovely little witch lounging on the sofa? Is that what I look like?
Why?
What did the spell do? Your spirit, it left your body.
Wait.
You've become all ghostly, like insubstantiate, but you feel so warm, so full of life. Wait a second. Zero. What did you just say?
How?
You feel warm to me. You feel warm to me. You feel warm to me.
Yes.
The spell works.
Why?
I don't believe it. I'm a poltergeist. I haven't got a sense of touch and I've forgotten what warmth is, and yet... Why do I feel warm now when you're close to me?
Yeah.
Just wait until I do this. I grab his hand. For a moment, fear and doubt seizes me, and I wonder if my hand will pass through his, in spite of everything, like it always had before. But they don't. My fingers close around Zero's, and I feel, for the first time, the shape and contour of his hand. It's positively exhilarating. The initial, stumbling on my words. The initial icy cold touch of his skin quickly turns warm.
Oh!
Oh, this is what your hand feels like. I think you got a pretty nice hand, Zero. He glances away at my compliment, rubbing the back of his neck with his free hand. I'm glad you think so. I don't suppose you mind telling me exactly what's going on.
Right.
All in good time. Now, let me try something else. I fling my arms around him and squeeze. I've caught you at last. X. Shocked, he stands still for a brief moment. Then, gingerly and hesitantly, he brings his arms around me. X, look at me. Pulling away slightly, Zero gently grabs the tip of my chin and lifts up my head. Zero, I...
Don't worry.
It's alright. I know. His burning ruby eyes reflect into my own and encompass my entire universe. Gradually, inch by inch, our faces draw nearer to each other. His nose touches mine, and for just a split second, I feel the feathery touch of his lips against my own. Whoa! I fall right through him and smack back down into my body and flop onto the floor like a sack of bricks. The spell wore off with the most unfortunate of timing.
Ouch.
Oh dear, that looked like it hurt.
Ouch.
It did, and it does. Ow, ow, ow. Hicks Nightshade, the clumsy, the heavy. We look at each other and burst into laughter. Then sudden tears begin to well and fall down my face.
Don't.
Hicks, don't cry. You know I hate to see you cry.
No way.
I'm not crying. You are. That's only because I'm so happy.
Why?
So am I, Hicks. You're wonderful, but you mustn't cry. With a few sniffles and the crack in my voice, I start to speak.
Well...
The spell desubstantiates. Yeah, desubstantiates. Miss Magwitch taught it to me, you know?
But...
If anyone would know this spell, it'd be Estella, of course. And why would she teach it to you? At the party earlier, she asked me why I seemed so glum, even though I had aced the exams. I told her about you and how you are fading and how much I desperately want to hug you properly. Just once, before you move on. She said... I wipe my nose, using the back of my wrist, and after a quick shake of my head, slap both hands firmly against my cheeks to help keep my composure.
Like...
She said desubstantiate might help me.
Yes.
And it did. But the spell consumes too much magic and I couldn't keep it up. Just...
Please?
Don't move on just yet, Zero. Let me try again tomorrow, please. And we could continue where we left off just now. Blushing nervously, I am twiddling my fingers when I look up at Zero, gesturing at himself.
Don't worry.
I'm not going to move on tomorrow. Can't you see?
How?
See what? Oh, your form. It's all sharp and crisp again. But how?
Yes.
It assuredly is.
That's right.
When you cast that spell, and again when you hugged me, it made me remember everything. Who I was, how my life went, and the reason I became a poltergeist.
What was the reason? The
What?
reason you
Oh.
became a poltergeist.
Damn, she voiced it herself, but I feel like I interrupted, so I'll do it too. What was the reason? The reason you became a poltergeist? A smile so soft and endearing wanders across his face and sets my heart aglow.
It doesn't matter now. All that matters is that I'm here with you.
I don't know, Sarah. I feel like that's deflecting from my question. But it is sweet.
I told you, didn't I? A lot of water has flown under those bridges, and some grudges are best forgotten.
I guess that's a good way to look at it. It's good to let go of your old grudges.
Does that mean you won't leave?
I won't. For as long as you want me to be here with you, I will forever be by your side.
Oh, that's so sweet. So, for as long as you, the one and only Hex Nightshade, want me to be here with you, I will forever be by your side. Ah! The end! Oh my god! You've unlocked Zero's ending, our new reason to stay. That was nice. Aww. And he'll stay here with us. That's sweet. Okay. Well, that was one of the endings. But we still have some people left. And first of all, I don't know if I need to... Oh, no. I need to check this one. No. I don't think this is the right one. Maybe this one? Yeah, okay. So from here, we'll pick Damien instead, our sweet little Frankenstein. I don't know if we should call him a Frankenstein, but he kind of is. Afterwards, I'll go find Damien. We still need to pay the doctor a visit, after all. Why is it so dark in here? I'm gonna speed through this a little bit, because we've already done this once.
Alright!
Here's some light. See here. We could try just insubstantiate.
Insubstantiate!
Yeah. This is a pumpkin pie. We could try the skeleton. Nah, we'll just hover. Let's go.
Hover! Alright!
Nice. I think Life Leech
Well,
could probably be good. I
life
think we
leech.
tried that last time and it worked fine. And insubstantiate.
Oh! Insubstantiate!
Let's go.
Huh?
And now we'll just hand him the potions.
Huh?
Let's see, let's see.
Huh?
I want to pass the exams. And yeah. Speed running the exams, no biggie. Alright. I am pleased to announce that once again love is triumphant.
The incomparable, the one and only.
All thanks to the weeks of dedicated hard work of yours truly, the brilliant, the one and only
Congratulations.
X. Congratulations on passing. My spellcasting was perfection. Did you have any doubts? Well... Okay, don't answer that. But you know what this means, don't you?
Yes.
That you invited me to spend the Halloween festivities with you, and we should get a warm pumpkin cider to celebrate? You look a little cold. Your cheeks are pink. In reality, it's just that Damien cupped my face so gently that I forgot how to think.
Well,
Well, maybe just a tiny bit. I never turned down an excuse to party. But cider turned into carnival games, and those turned into trying to pair up a couple of cute ghouls with a little help from my handy-dandy partner in mischief, who became significantly less handy after they lost their left hand in the punch bowl. It wasn't a total mood killer. The situation made for a good excuse to leave the two ghouls alone together. Then the sudden realization hit me while I was stitching Damien's hand back to their wrist by lantern light. You've been using your charms to distract me, haven't you?
Huh?
I don't know what you could possibly mean. That face says you do. It's such a cute blushing face.
well,
Oh, you know, the fact that a certain somebody promised me they would be paying the doctor a visit if I passed my exams? I give their hand a light and comforting touch. Damien, please. You've been falling apart more and more often lately.
But
Yes, but
before that,
before we go to see Mr. West tomorrow, there's something that I... It's okay, Damien. What is it? This is going to sound so selfish in a million different ways, but Hicks, I'm...
just in case.
Just in case anything happens, well, I want you to know that I like you a lot. Huh? Did I hear that right? My eyes widen at their sudden proclamation as my heart begins to try and beat its way right out of my chest.
No.
No, I mean, in like a friend way.
And maybe.
And maybe also more than just that. And oh gosh, I'm messing this up so bad. Oh, Damien, you're not.
But
But
my point
is, even if I forget and there's nothing of me left, just you're like the moon to me.
well,
I think whoever replaces me would still see your beauty, even at a distance.
Damien!
Hold it.
Well,
Don't think you can distract me with cheesy stuff again. What have I always said?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I know that I'll always be Damien to you.
What if...
But what if you're not Hicks to me? What if...
Duh.
I grabbed Damien's lapels and kissed the concern right out of their rambling mouth. They're not ready to handle my weight, and we both end up falling. Once we land on the floor, I feel their lips smile against mine. Our kiss only lasts for a while longer, but I swear I could stay in that moment forever.
Oh.
Oh.
Right.
And that's what I think of that. Now, stop assuming the worst. We're in this together now. You don't have to keep trying to do everything all by yourself. You have me, after all.
Yes.
Yes, you're right. Thank you, Hicks. I stand up and go to pull Damien with their freshly repaired hand. Wait. I stand up to go to pull Damien with their freshly repaired hand up with me, but something seems different. Probably the fact that the one I'm trying to pull up isn't making any effort on their part. Damien, are you feeling okay? They stare at me, visibly shocked. I don't think I need a new heart anymore.
Huh?
What? But you Damon cups both of my hands in theirs, placing them firmly against their chest. The place where their ribcage meets their clothing is oddly warm. There's something else too. It's faint, but I can feel it. It's my heart. It's beating.
Yes.
Oh my god. It sure is. Damien throws their arms around me in something between a tackle and a hug, and we nearly fall over again. I might have laughed, but I am too astounded by, well, everything.
But how? You said it was a machine and that your maker couldn't create a living heart, didn't you?
It was magic too.
Oh?
My maker was an alchemist and a magician both. He was brilliant, but when trying to make a living thing, a human, I think he must have forgotten the most critical thing of all.
Love? Oh, that's so cheesy, but I love it so much.
And that was...
Something only the best matchmaker in Dwemermere High could show me how to find.
They pause and look at me with their gleaming blue eyes, as if there were only me and them in this whole entire world.
True love.
Oh, that's so cheesy. But it's so cute. The end. You've unlocked Damien's ending, a heart in the making. That was so gosh darn cute, guys. What the hell? That's so stinking cute. Okay, so now we want to try and get Carmilla and also this guy if we can. I'm not really sure how to get him, to be honest. But I think I don't actually know which save to go for. I'm gonna check my saves. No, I want to load. These are probably fine. No. I keep trying to overwrite them. I think this is probably fine too. I don't really know when I started like getting potions and stuff. Oh my god, I keep doing the same thing. Okay, probably here, I think. Yeah, so here we have 10, 6, 6, 10. Learn spells. Yeah, and we haven't learned any spells yet. Okay, so I think we'll go for all of Carmilla's things. We don't need to go for the other two, I don't think. Although I do think... No, I think we'll be fine, actually. And I'm also not sure if we should do these first and then just try to get a bunch of potions, or in what order we should try and do things. I guess we could just go for... We could just, you know, make a bunch of potions to start off. Alright. Here we go. Zubez told me to go to the storage room and get a rather specific item for a customer. He gave me very clear instructions about how to navigate the expansive catacomb-like area, but how was I supposed to remember all that? When I found the item I was supposed to get, I caught a glimpse of a pretty dagger just a few shelves over and quickly went to inspect it. And as expected, I found myself utterly lost afterwards. Oh no, that's actually kind of bad. I think it would maybe be better for us to learn a spell so that we can get out of there. That's probably better. But I don't know. I know that whale works in that situation, but I don't know if these other ones matter. We could try night creatures. Maybe they can help.
Duh.
And I think we did actually do this one, if I remember correctly. So I'm going to skip this conversation. Yeah, when she talks to the bats and the bats like her more than us. I remember. And it was really cute. Now we have that spell. There we go. We can also learn Scent of Blood. These will be new, so time
5,
to... Oh.
6.
I look around the empty shop. It's only minutes to dawn, and without a customer in sight, we might be able to go home soon. I too am trying to be out of sight, since there hasn't been anyone here for hours. Carmilla and I have been trying to entertain ourselves.
7, 8.
As quietly as I can, I shove myself into one of the empty barrels in the display window, careful to replace the lid over my head.
9, 10. Come on.
Come out, my dear. You can't possibly hope to hide from me. I press both hands over my mouth to silence the giggles that are bubbling in my chest. I'm a master of hide and seek, the sneaky, the unseen Hicks Nightshade. There's no way she'll be able to find me now, after all. Who would think to look in? The lid pops off my head within seconds. I look up to see Carmilla grinning down at me, a smug look on her face.
Here you go.
There you are. That makes, what, 45 wins for me? And for you, a paltry 0?
Crab apples.
Crab apples? How? Just how?
Are you curious?
Oh, are you curious, little witch? She offers a hand to help me up, her voice sing-song and teasing. I nod, brushing the dust from my clothes.
Well,
Vampires can sense the warmth of blood nearby, particularly if we've sampled it before. Mortals call the spell Scent of Blood.
what?
What? You've been cheating all these games then?
No.
Not cheating, I just have a natural advantage. Carmilla gives me an impish grin. She's definitely cheating. So what else is that kind of magic good for other than hide and seek?
My dear.
Why, all sorts of things, my dear.
Well,
It works on recent bloodshed for once. Even when a corpse has gone cold, I can still sense the approximate location and time of death through its residual warmth. I gape at her.
oh, you
You
mean...
can find murderers and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I actually helped Irby get out of a sticky situation with my ability. Mr. West, what happened?
Oh,
Oh, you know, wrong place, wrong time.
and so...
The guards had him handcuffed and were even ready to take him to jail for a murder in the alley next door. She casually points to that side of the shop, almost as though discussing where she found a lost animal. I feel a chill run down my spine at the realization. I used that alley to get to work.
But, you know...
Irby doesn't have a license to, obtain stock in that manner, so a conviction would have been devastating.
But...
But it turns out it was a particularly nasty competitor trying to frame him.
Now,
The real culprit Brad was at the scene, so I was able to turn them in before Herbie was tried.
amazing!
That's amazing, Carmilla. But how are you so sure it wasn't Mr. West?
Well,
You know how stingy Herbie is. There's no way he would risk his entire business just for a few parts. Actually, I have a bunch of saves now, but good evening. Look at all of my saves. I'm so good at saving now. And you just missed it, but we just finished both Cyril's and Damien's ending, and now we're trying to get to Carmilla's ending. But if I remember correctly, I think you preferred Carmilla anyway, so you haven't missed much, although I would like to think both Cyril's and Damien's endings were quite sweet. Read this line. If I know anything at all about that man, it's how much he cares about this store. I nod slowly, amazed by both her magical talents and her ability to solve what could have been a devastating blow to Mr. West and his business.
wow!
I mean, it makes sense. Cute vampires are, I mean, as the name suggests, very cute. And very irresistible. Wow, that's wild.
Can you teach me?
Sounds like that skill could really come in handy. Do you think you could teach me how to do it? Do it too? I squat down and plead some at her for good measure.
Please?
Please, 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 please. I don't know. It wouldn't make hide and seek very fun anymore. Carmilla rolls her head about her shoulders, disinterested in my cries, and I jump up with my arms outstretched at her and ready to object.
Well...
It's only fun to you because you're winning.
naturally.
Obviously.
Come on!
Aw, come on.
Well...
Will you teach me if I promise not to use it during hide and seek?
like...
Plus, next time anyone frames Mr. West, you can sit back and just order me around to investigate. How does that sound?
Oh.
Oh, good point, love.
Mm,
If you agree to be prudent as well, I may be generous enough to show you.
Mm.
I do not want to have to drag you out of trouble too, after all. I promise.
oh, alright.
I'll teach you how to cast Scent of Blood. Carmilla spends the rest of our shift showing me how to track blood through scent alone. It was time to give it the old Dwemermere try.
Scent of blood.
Yeah, so dramatic. One good whiff of it causes my face to scrunch up and my tongue to roll out of my mouth in disgust. Yuck. I suppose that means it's working.
Don't you worry.
Worry not. You'll get used to it with practice, darling. So she says, but by the end of the night, I feel like it'll never leave my nose. However, it just might come in handy someday. Just, hopefully not too soon. Mr. West told me to go to the storage room and get a rather specific item for a customer. He gave me very clear instructions about how to navigate the expansive catacomb-like area. How was I supposed to remember all that? When I found the item I was supposed to get, I caught a glimpse of a pretty dagger just a few shelves over, and quickly went to inspect it. And as expected, I found myself utterly lost afterwards. After stumbling through the storage room for what felt like forever, I finally made it back outside. Only to find Mr. West glaring at me from the top of the stairs. Apparently, he was about to go searching for me because the customer had left, deciding the item wasn't worth the wait anymore. Since I cost him quite a lot of money, Mr. West decided to take it out on my pay. No! Learning the spells wasn't enough. We needed to have a specific spell.
Dun, dee, dun.
Nightshade is the best. Finds you someone from the rest. I sing quietly to myself as I dust the inside of the human shop, doing my best to keep the wares clean and tidy. Which, come to think of it, was kind of necessary. It was starting to get gross in here, especially the drapery. Just looking at these curtains makes me want to sneeze. I should probably take them outside before I start beating them. And a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is when, I think we actually read all of this. Yeah, because it's Carmilla, and then we try to fix the picture, and then something falls out. Yeah, we've read all of this, so I'm just gonna skip this. Did you know her? And she did. It was a victim of hers.
Well...
I'm willing to bet there's an impossibly good story behind it all.
Yes.
Oh, there most certainly is. There's a glint in her eye as she takes one last look at the portrait. Slowly, she rolls it back up with extreme tenderness. I guess it's no surprise at all that the picture is still in good condition when she hands it like that.
6 centuries ago.
Yeah, I think we have still read this. We can skip this. There we go. I think we should make some more potions, probably. We could probably buy some, but... Oh, actually, it will double your potions output. That's actually really good. In that case, we'll do that.
0.
Oh, we've done this too. Yeah. My plan is to get as many potions as possible. We have done this part. Alright. We should learn all of these first, probably. But we need a lot of pink. Let's buy some pink ones. I'll just buy one because I'm poor. I'm gonna leave. Okay, let's learn crawl.
It's love, love, love.
It's love, love, love that makes the world go round, round, round. I finished classes early today and didn't have anything else to do except maybe study, so I thought I would head to work a little early. By the time I reach the shop, Carmilla is already approaching the front door.
Carmilla!
Hey, Carmilla!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you showed up on time, little witch. That's a first. She bops me on the nose and smiles, fangs exposed.
Hey!
What? Hey, I'm always on time. My time. I suppose I can't exactly argue with that. But there is no point in us speaking out in the cold. Let me just... Son einer Hündin.
Huh?
Did she say son of a dog? Huh? Was that German? I forgot the key at home. Cupping her hands around her mouth, Carmilla calls out up to the second-story window.
Herbie!
Herbie, darling, X and I have arrived. Let us in. We wait a few seconds for a response, but nothing happens. Is he even here today?
No.
No, I guess not. Ugh,
I suppose.
it's troublesome, but I suppose I have no choice. She sighs heavily and presses her fingertips against the brick wall. Then, with momentum, Carmilla launches herself upwards. Whoa! It's such a simple movement, but it's really efficient. If she wasn't touching the wall, I'd think she was flying. Within a second, she's at the second-story window. Positioned between the windowsill, she taps against it, then unlocks the window and heads in. After a few minutes, the front door swings open. Nothing I cannot handle with ease, though it's certainly been a while since I last exerted myself. I gaze in awe at Spider Carmilla.
Wow!
What? How? I can't even. What was that?
Right.
You really grabbed the wall and then zoom. I gesture wildly, motioning my hands like a rocket ship taking off. Carmilla chuckles.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that old trick? I'm rather fond of it.
Mm.
I learned it a while back in, the 14th century? Or perhaps it was the 15th? Carmilla presses a finger to her lips in thought, then quickly waves the issue away.
At any rate.
Nevertheless, it is quite easy. You simply channel your magic through your fingertips and use crawl. In fact, I may be so inclined to show you how.
Please?
Really? Please, Spider Carmilla. Only someone as talented as you could teach me the spell. I look at her with big round begging eyes and a pout for good measure.
Oh, alright.
Oh, alright, my sweet. I'll teach you how to cast crawl. Yes. She takes my fingers in her dainty hands. Positioning them against the wall, Carmilla then instructs me in the method of blasting off, or at least she tries to.
Crawl.
Crawl.
Wonderful.
Great, now go.
Uh,
I'm not sure that I can. Carmilla, my fingers, they're
like...
kinda sorta stuck to the wall.
Come on.
Hang in there.
Well,
It's more like I'm hanging here, but
don't you worry.
you're not going to let that little clinginess stand in your way, are you?
Now,
Don't get discouraged. It's only your first try. Keep going. Carmilla, I think I'm stuck. Like, stuck.
my dear.
Oh dear. Perhaps you're pulling too hard.
Wait,
Think of it like a magnet. You need to... Oh no. What? I try following her suggestion, but loosen my grip too much and fall backwards. In a panic, I squeeze my eyes shut. And is this the end of Hick's Nightshade? Am I done for? But there are so many couples I haven't matched yet, and so many sweets I haven't tried, and...
huh?
I'm fine? But it doesn't feel like I'm on the ground. I look up and see a pair of violet eyes. Is Carmilla carrying me?
Wonderful.
Ah, excellent. I was just in time. But that smile. Don't tell me you plan to do that just so you could end up in my embrace.
No.
No, of course not. I'm just relieved.
Mm-hmm.
Is that so? What a troublesome little witch.
Now,
Alas, I think that is enough practice for now. We still have to set up the shop.
right.
I've gotta admit, this is definitely useful. I can't count how many times I've forgotten my keys at home. I just need to master it like I've mastered matchmaking. Carmilla, this would be a pretty neat trick for burglary, huh? I waggle my eyebrows suggestively. Carmilla huffs as she walks inside, still carrying me in her arms.
I don't.
Oh, what are you implying? I would never steal. Strange, you seem to be stealing me right now. That is simply because a certain mischievous little witch may run off to try again if I let her go.
Well...
Though, Carmilla?
Mm-hmm.
Do you only use the spell when you forget your keys? Carmilla hesitates for a second, and her fangs slightly press against her bottom lip. As we enter the shop, she gently sets me down on a nearby chair.
My dear.
Sweet thing. The spell's original purpose was secret liaisons with an individual I was, shall we say, very fond of. Others did not approve of us, but we were able to enjoy each other's company in secret.
It's love.
Oh, a secret rendezvous with just the two of you. How romantic.
I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose it was. Carmilla's smile is touched by a hint of melancholy when she turns away to start working, but if she's distracted, No, bad hex. I can always sneak out to practice climbing on my break. Lawrence drops the crate with a heavy thud, then wipes his hands against each other, feeling accomplished yet unaware of my presence. I think we've gone through this before. This, I think, will give us the smelly smell. Yeah, we've seen this, and then we say his name and his ears perk up.
Remember?
Yeah. We've seen this.
Well...
Thank you, Lawrence. Alright. We still have 2 more to learn, and then we can make as many potions as we want. Yeah. As I turn the corner of the alleyway heading to the human shop, I notice the lights are out. I check the time on the clock tower nearby. I'm pretty sure we should be open right now. Was there another holiday this close to Halloween? I don't think so. After all, I keep a tab on all the holidays for my matchmaking purposes. I approach the door and cautiously take hold of the handle and pull. It swings open easily and the little bell echoes through the empty space. Inside, the store is pitch black. Even the street lamps outside can barely illuminate more than a few inches indoors, as if something is stopping them from doing so. Magic? I feel my heart thump heavily inside my chest as I step into the store. Carmilla, are you there? My voice comes out as a tiny, frightened squeak. I clear my throat and reach out for a candle, or any sort of light, really. Only to knock one of the displays over instead. Sounded like the pickled eyeballs too, by the squelch. I definitely don't look forward to cleaning that up later.
Hello?
Carmilla, Mr. West? Suddenly, a sharp breeze nearly knocks my hat off. I gasp, instinctively crouching down and cover my head. When I look up, I see a small silhouette balancing on the second floor balustrade, or balustrade, candle in hand. Well, what do we have here? Who are you? You entered the domain of Countess Carmilla, mortal. Being of the night, ruler of the creatures of darkness, mistress to time itself.
Crab apples.
Huh? Carmilla, is that you? Carmilla swoops down from the second floor, her cape billowing like a dark cloud around her. I yelp as she lands in front of me with the agility of a cat. Her footsteps are silent against the floorboards. The candles suddenly light up all at once, banishing the eerie darkness. Carmilla stands above me, her shoulders trembling with laughter. You are surprisingly easy to spook, my dear. An odd trait for a witch.
Hey!
Hey, that wasn't funny. I nearly had a heart attack. No, 3 heart attacks. I clasped my chest for emphasis and press against my forehead with the back of my hand, as though I were mere seconds away from passing out. The previously nosy thuds of my heart against my ribcage begin to die down. Dear me. Well, rest assured, little witch. I would take responsibility if you were feeling faint. How did you even do that? Jumping from so high, I mean. Is there some kind of wire attached to your back? I spin Carmilla around and search, but find nothing. She crosses her arms and gently shoos me away.
Not at all.
Of course not. Vampires can fly. We are all powerful, apex predators for a reason. So you could have just gotten that skeleton by yourself the other day, without me falling off the ladder?
Not quite.
Well, not quite.
I suppose.
Fly is, I suppose, a stretch, despite being the name of the spell. We can only glide and swoop down from high places. Soaring high up is nigh impossible. It is not quite like a witch upon their broomstick. Before I can even ask, Carmilla smirks at me. But flight is certainly an appropriately witchy skill, is it not? Would you like to learn how to do it? Duh, of course. But what kind of things can this spell be used for? There's always seems to be something. Aesthetic. Come again? You can't expect every spell to have some kind of ingrained use or higher purpose, you know?
My dear.
Some of these things are just for entertainment. It simply looks positively captivating when you swoop down upon your audience.
I suppose.
But I suppose a klutz such as yourself could utilize it to curb your falling habits as well.
Oh!
Ooh, I guess I can't argue with that. So will you teach me, O being of the night, ruler of the creatures of darkness, mistress to time? She blushes as I recite her earlier lines and what? My tongue won't move like I want it to. She blushes. Oh my god. She blushes as I recite her earlier lines and flails her arms dismissively at me. Oh, that was difficult.
I'll teach you.
Alright, already. Follow me. I'll teach you how to cast fly. Or so she said. She led me to the balustrade, explained the process of casting the spell, and even demonstrated it a few times. But Carmilla, I'm not sure about this.
Come on!
Come now. You're never going to learn if you just keep watching me. Do you fear heights, my dear?
Oh, sweet thing.
Sweetheart. And you're absolutely certain you still want to do this? I nod. In response, Carmilla sighs and climbs up on the balustrade beside me, then takes my hand. Very well. If even the great Hicks Nightshade is daunted by this task, we shall do it together. Oh, okay. On 3 then.
Oh, alright.
That's the spirit, love. Alright. 1, 2, 3.
Fly!
I squeeze my eyes shut and together, we leap from the balustrade. Or straight, I don't know. Hands intertwined, Carmilla and I glide down to the first floor of the shop. Eventually, we manage to make a silent landing near the front door. I gape at her, amazed, with my heart hammering against my chest. Carmilla returns my look with her smug smile.
Wow!
That
Well,
wasn't so bad, was it?
amazing!
That was amazing! amazing, Carmilla.
Right.
I feel like as long as you're here, I really can do anything.
Oh my.
Oh, what a charmer you are.
Now,
Though, the only thing we should be doing for now is preparing for customers. We're never as busy this close to Halloween, so I may have taken a few liberties earlier with the schedule. Leave it to me. As I was stocking shelves, I heard some students snickering and whispering to each other. Somehow I got the feeling they were up to no good, but couldn't quite make out what they were saying. After improving my hearing, I realized they were planning to drop a darkness bomb so they could rob us blind, literally. I had them leave before they could do any harm. When I told Mr. West about the almost incident, he rewarded me for my trouble. Yes. Cool. And now we can buy some more potions. I want to buy 3. Alright. Oh, I can't buy more because I'm out of money. Okay, last one to learn from Carmilla. Darkness. I have a new da-da-da routine. On each day I work, I meet Carmilla at the door. It's grown into a habit for us to meet outside before our shift and go in together. When I'm on time, of course. Our short stride through the entryway is easily becoming one of my favorite parts of the day, but... Evil, there is a wicked beast in our town. Huh? I jump back, spooked by the sudden noise. A screaming figure lingers in front of the shop, shouting his lungs out. A pretender among pretenders. We must burn her, stake her, before she slays any more innocents. Sir, are you, okay? Be warned, young one. You are gallivanting with death herself. I already sense her taint upon you. Begone, thrall of a vampire. In hindsight, I should probably have known better than to talk to strangers. But there's something familiar about this particular weirdo, and he's blocking the door. Now he's advancing towards me with a crossbow barely concealed under his cloak.
come on.
Aw, come on, please don't murder me. I haven't even had my 1,000,000th match yet. There is no sanctum for people like you. Do not hide from my cleansing judgment. This guy, Jesus. I stumbled back a few steps when I realized that it isn't me he's looking at, but Carmilla? Embarrassing. Here I thought I was the demon. Like, when you think someone's waving at you and... Oh, yeah, that's the fucking worst. That and, like, when someone has the same name as you and someone calls out to, like, they call your name and you're like, huh? But they're not talking to you, they're talking to someone else. That's the worst. It doesn't happen that often, but when it happens, it's always annoying. And also when you're like trying to walk past someone and you both walk to the same side and then you both try to move and it doesn't work because you do it at the same time and then someone just has to yield. Oh yeah, that's the fucking worst. Oh, it happened to you just 30 minutes ago. Yeah, it happens too often. And as a, like, species, the human species, how have we not learned how to deal with this? Like, at some point we have to learn that, like, just go to the right or something, right? And if you can't move, they move. Or I don't know. I don't know. There must be a good way to learn. Yeah, we got fucked by evolution. Alright. Hold on. Wait, he's after Carmilla. Help! I should call for help. I should... His hand is on the trigger. He's going to make ghastly kebabs of us. Of us. Sir, please, we can talk about, But just as he shoots, Carmilla janks me back. I'm about to scream, but I feel a finger over my lips and a warm breath near my ear.
Don't.
Say nothing. I nod, watching the wasted shot roll along the ground. My savior, Death herself, waves a hand. Then a thick patch of darkness soars forth and hides us within. I intently listen to how the man's heavy footsteps echo through the alleyway, near and far. You can't run, demons. You can run, demons, but never escape. Time will not forget the dishonor you dealt me and mine, and I will scour the earth to see justice done. We wait until his footsteps fade off into the distance. Carmilla drops the veil of darkness and walks into the store without a word. I stumble in after her, struggling to grasp what I just witnessed.
Well...
Carmilla?
No.
I don't want to talk about it.
Hey!
I do. You almost died.
Like...
And he was like straight up hunting you. Who was that guy? Carmilla sighs again, but this time she doesn't brush me off.
Well...
He is the Baron, or the Mad Baron, as he's better known. We have, as some would call it, a history together. He was yelling a lot of mean stuff.
Yes.
Yes, well, it's his ancestors' fault.
Now...
A long, long time ago, the Mad Baron's ancestors struck a deal with me.
Anyway...
It was simple. I never harm his direct descendants, no matter how annoying they are, and in exchange, his family would cover up any accidents that might occur. She clicks her tongue in annoyance and shakes her head.
Well...
If I had known how frustrating they would be to deal with, however, I would have never made that deal. Accidents?
Yes.
I was young once, and wasn't always as careful with blood as I am now. And the Baron's family, well, if I did not take them, surely pestilence or a failed harvest would have. He looks away, mumbling in bitterness. Is that a tisk I heard? He's mostly upset because his house has fallen. Being terrible at your job can do that to you.
But, you know...
I mean, how is it my fault that his ancestors didn't do their cleanings properly? Even though Carmilla is pouting, I can sense a bit of guilt. Do you think he'll come back?
Yes.
Yes, unfortunately for me, he is as stubborn as he is imbecilic.
I have no idea.
I don't exactly know how he figured out that I work here, but now he knows we're affiliated.
And so...
In fact, he may even try interrogating you. What a bother.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
Yes, he's not evil per se, so he should be pretty harmless to anyone who isn't me.
Well...
Of course, he's still, well, you know, like that.
I'm sorry.
Goodness, I am incredibly sorry for getting you mixed up in all this, Hex.
Well...
It's okay, now that I know he's not really as scary as he was earlier.
Oh.
Oh, I have an idea. To make it up to you, I'll go over the darkness spell I used earlier with you. It allows you to cloak yourself in shadow. You may evade him like that.
Yes.
Yes, I'm ready to stop, drop, and roll into the void away from that creep anyway. What? Any day. There we go. What is it with me and not being able to speak today? I give her 2 thumbs up of approval, and she smiles at my antics.
I'll teach you.
Alright then, I'll teach you how to cast darkness.
Camilla shows me the method. I thought she was just waving her hand, but the movement is really particular. When preparing the spell, I feel kind of like a ninja, or even spookier, a mime.
All right.
Oh, Carmilla, watch!
Darkness.
I practice forming small veils of darkness around the shop, each one growing a little larger and more the more I concentrate on it. It's not as bad as it sounds. It's still annoying when my tongue gets all twisted up in my mouth, you know? But yeah, it's not that bad, but it's annoying.
It's a little small, but it'll do the job. Well done, darling.
Yes.
I'll get better.
After all.
I need to repel that guy in case he ever comes back for you, right?
The chances of that are quite low.
But...
You see, the neighborhood watch is quite exemplary at keeping his sword out. He does manage to slip by once in a blue moon, however, but...
Well...
Well, he won't get the best of me.
Of that, I have no doubt.
Come again!
Thanks, doll. Come see us again soon.
The instant the last customer leaves, Carmilla hums cheerily to herself and locks the front door for lunch. I'm about to take the first bite of my burger when she turns to me with a sort of smug satisfaction.
Parched.
We worked hard this morning, did we not? I'm positively parched.
Oh, this is when we offer her the milk and she's like, "Can I have some blood instead?" Yeah. We have seen this before. Choo. Alright, I am a little tired.
Well... I'm impressed.
And then she's like, "Well, you probably shouldn't do that." Alright, it's time to get some more potions. Because at this point, I think we have all hers, yeah. Let's see here. We'll make some potions like this.
Damien!
Oh,
Just a moment.
I think we've seen all of these. These are just the ones that give us the spells automatically.
Excellent.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. There we go. Let's make more potions. Let's make this. If we make 3 different potions, we can do that. There we go. While cleaning the shop, I found a very unique looking, obviously ancient vase. But is there any other kind? Amazed by all the intricate decorations, I took it off the shelf for inspection. And at the same moment, Carmilla appeared out of nowhere and spooked the hell out of me. As soon as I dropped the vase, the shop was shrouded in darkness. Then an evil spirit appeared. I must have the worst luck. Luckily, I was able to easily stitch the vase back together, so the spirit returned to it without causing any trouble. Camille was pretty impressed by my quick wits, and even sweet-talked Mr. Wesson to not deducting my pay for breaking the vase. But she should have done that to begin with, since it was her fault I broke it. I think that I've worked more in the shop than I've studied for my exams this week. Not that I blame them for wanting me around, I am kind of wonderful. So, at least if I'm a failure as a witch, I can probably stay here for the rest of my days. Especially with the best saleswoman as distracted as she's... the best saleswoman as distracted as she's been lately. Carmilla, I don't think the display for our 2-for-1 deal is on hands is going to crawl off anytime soon. You can maybe stop securing it. Camilla's shoulders shoot up, and she stares at her hands for a long moment. When it sinks in, however, she takes a deep step back. Her cheeks are surprisingly pink.
I suppose.
Well, I suppose they are no longer alive, no? Oh, ha.
This is easily the saddest and least subtle thing I have ever watched. Something's up. And the recently appointed best detective in Dwemermer High is on the case. Are you okay, Carmilla? You seem pretty un-Carmilla today.
Perish the thought.
I'm perfectly fine, my sweet.
Now...
Though, now that I think about it, I do have the need for your expertise.
Well...
Nothing magic related given my current predicament, I hope.
No.
No, darling. Love? What is it, well, in your view?
I feel my own eyes widen in excitement, and a million answers battle it out in my mind to see which can get out first. Where do I even begin with how great love is? I put both hands on my chest and close my eyes wistfully.
Right.
Love is the best feeling in the world. No, the whole universe. It leaves you feeling like you can walk on the sun or fly to the moon or...
The most painful thing imaginable.
My eyes pop open. Well, love can be that too, but... I notice the way the crease in Carmilla's brow deepens. It's the same as the day she snatched the old sketch from my hands. Should I... Yeah, I think I will. Are you thinking about the girl from the picture? Carmilla hesitates, then gives a reluctant nod.
Tonight is the anniversary of when she first darkened my doorstep.
Carmilla gently touches one of the hands on display, a sorrowful expression on her face. She looks past me, past everything in the shop, and I wonder what memory is resurfacing inside her. I lean on the counter, suddenly feeling that heavy sensation in my chest. It's one thing to see your matches work out and love blossom, but it's a whole other experience to witness heartbreak. Will you tell me about her? At first, I don't think she'll answer, but then Carmilla takes a deep, shuddering breath.
She
was only supposed to be my prey at first. I had begun adapting to my new abilities and had decided to adopt a sort of...
She makes circular movements with her wrists, obviously debating her next choice of words.
Yes.
Catch and release policy. I would only drink as much blood as I needed to live, and then I would release my victims back into the night without further harm.
Huh?
And you didn't get caught?
You dummy.
I wouldn't be here if I had, now, would I, silly witch?
I suppose.
It was a dangerous time for vampires back then, which is understandable, I suppose. A cat is not a welcome guest among mice. But my dear little mouse was nothing like the rest.
A fond smile creeps over her lips.
She was bold, brilliant.
Yes.
She had seen me as a rival, not just a beast to be hunted.
Now...
Even when I did lose to her, there was always an opening to escape, so I always left her one in turn. Our little game was like a dance that spanned many a year. But then, one day, I overstepped.
What did you do?
I tried to force her to drink my blood.
Huh?
You what?
Horrid of me, I know.
You know?
As I once said, drinking a vampire's blood will turn any mortal into one of the living dead, if the circumstances are right.
Carmilla.
Carmilla. Sudden traces of horror mixed with disgust are written all over her face.
But rather than our usual games, she cried out for help.
She was.
She was terrified of me. She wouldn't even look at me. I managed to escape just moments before the mob barreled down upon us. That was the last mercy I was offered. When I had tried to approach again, she had served as much willing bait for a troop of vampire hunters.
Don't you worry.
Worry not. I was too crafty by far and had outsmarted them all, of course.
Something doesn't line up here. It's okay, Camilla. You could force me to drink your blood, no issue. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind being a vampire. Didn't you just want her blood? Why did you do it? Yeah, this is not... I feel like why did you do it is a better question.
Why?
If you knew she didn't want to drink your blood, why did you try to force her?
I did not know then what I know now. That's hardly an excuse, I know, but the idea of watching her age, watching her sicken and die, leaving me with a life that didn't have her in it, it was excruciating.
It's love,
I thought that
love.
maybe we could dance our dance forever.
Camilla sighs.
I wanted someone to stay by my side so we could be in love for all eternity.
But
She might have said no, but her body said yes. I loved a lot. That was the answer. Yeah, I mean... Maybe that would have been funny. Let's see here.
In the end, though, I behaved like the beast that the townfolk believe me to be. How dreadfully ironic.
Carmilla, you wanted my expert opinion, right? She doesn't respond, but I tell her anyway.
well,
I think that love means accepting change and each other's differences, and letting that special someone go when it's time. The idea of an immortal love sounds nice, but only if the other person wants that too. Carmilla remains silent and goes to sweep the floor. I might have upset her, but I stand by what I said, not only as a matchmaker, but as a person. Eventually and quietly, from across the shop, I hear her say something.
I only wish I had learned that sooner.
Aw, Carmilla, it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes people aren't meant for each other, even though you liked her a lot. She did not want you. And that's okay. We have a lot of potions now, but it doesn't hurt to buy more. I'll buy 3 of those, thank you very much. And I'll also make some of these. And I'll make some of these. Alright. On some days, we don't have a single customer, but on others, well, this happens. Bombarded by questions from all sides, I tried ringing up a customer who kept nagging me because he was in a hurry. When I finally told him the total, he suddenly asked me how to get a potion from a shelf on the other side of the shop. Unable to keep from rolling my eyes, I asked him to pay up for what he had to get to the new item himself and to get back in line afterwards. There were a lot of more people waiting after all. After ranting about the horrible service in our shop, the customer paid and left, apparently not in need of the potion after all. Mr. West, who observed the whole thing, rounded me up afterwards to give me a long lecture about how the customer is king. Rats. Oops. That's fine. You can still buy a potion. But only one. And we don't really need any more of these spells, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think so. I guess we could work. Today I went to work. Nothing special happened, and I earned a good amount of pocket money. Okay, cool. And then we can buy a yellow potion. And we'll buy a red potion. I'm gonna go ahead and save too. Oh, whoops. And I think we should have more than enough, but I'll make some more just in case. Actually, I'll do it like this. Never had I ever met a Sphinx before now. I quickly realized they were very stingy when it comes to paying full price for things, and especially enjoyed confusing people with a lot of riddles over the transaction. Eventually I was fed up with not being able to solve even one of them, so I let her have the discount so she would leave the shop as fast as possible. But to keep Mr. West from finding out, I had to put some of my own money in the register. Oops. That's fine. I'll buy the red potion. Buy one? Alright. I mean, we should have enough. We could learn something here. We could learn hover maybe, or telekinesis. But we've seen this, so I'll just skip through this part. I wonder if we're not able to, what's it called? Romance the wolf guy? Because I haven't seen him in like where we try and learn new skills. And I wonder if it's because I have like the free version of the game, or if like we have to get all the endings or something first. I'm not really sure. But I guess we'll find out after we get Carmella's ending.
0!
If that's the case or not. Or maybe I could try looking it up. Oh! Okay, here we go. It's exam time. We'll need some potions from Mr. West. We did that earlier too, so we could probably skip. Alright, I'm gonna save here. Here we go. I will hang out with Carmilla. Afterwards, I'll go search for Carmilla. After all, there's something I've been wondering about. Ugh, why is it so dark in here? Let's go low.
Yes.
Journeying my way through the Nightshade Way. Let's go.
All right.
Finally, here's some light. Let's see, that door looks tightly shut, and the lever next to it looks broken. Nope. No way I can push this door. We could just... Actually, do we have something here? We could stitch. Let's stitch it. I know, I can mend this with stitch.
Stitch. All right.
Here we go. Easy as a piece of pumpkin pie.
Wow.
Whoa, this room is so much bigger. Let's see. There seems to be a deep pit over here. I'm not sure if I can jump over it. And over there is a door, but these big rocks block the way. I don't think we can do anything with the rocks.
Duh.
But I think we could fly or crawl. Yeah. Let's crawl.
Crawl.
As soon as the spell is cast, I crawl along the walls and leave the pit behind me.
All right.
Alright, next one. I should be halfway through. Eek, a zombie? What did he eat to grow so big? And why is he glaring at me as if I owe him money? Don't tell me he's also an obstacle I have to pass. This life leech? Well, I happen to need a snack anyway. Before the zombie can advance on me, I look him squarely in the eyes.
Life leech.
Within seconds, he grumbles and falls unconscious. That was easy. Alright. Let's use the scent track. Is it just me, or is there a weird smell from that wall? Maybe.
Scent track. Yes.
Yeah, smells are coming from the bricks. Some are stronger than the others. I tap against the brick with the heaviest smell, and a glowing rune suddenly appears.
Huh?
Whoa, magic runes. Tapping around, I realize that I have to touch the runes in the order of how heavy the smell is on the brick. It is an extremely hard exercise. I bet my nose will end up being at least as sensitive as a real werewolf. But after what feels like an eternity, I get it done.
All right.
The wall disappeared. Nice. Now let's move on.
Huh?
Is that a reaper? How on earth did Miss Magwitch get him here? Behind him seems to be the exit, though. Slowly, trying my best not to make any noise, I sneak behind the columns and out of his sight. However, just as I almost reach the door, a voice as cold as snow falls upon my ears. Halt.
Huh?
Ooh! That wasn't bad, mortal. But to move to the other world, you have to pay for your passage. Huh? Aren't you the Reaper? I am. And why do you sound like the ferryman?
Duh.
Besides, I'm not dead, and I don't want to go to the other world. No matter. To get out of this room, you need to pay me 20 potions, no matter which color.
Huh?
Huh? That's a rip-off. Do you want to pass your exams or not? Alright. Very hesitantly, I hand over a big batch of my hard-earned potions. Luckily, he lets me pass after that without a hitch. Yay!
Carmilla!
Carmilla! Carmilla! I burst into the human shop with reckless abandon, waving my hands enthusiastically in the air.
Wow!
Da-di-da, da-da-dee, I passed my exams, I did it!
Yes!
I'm going to be a real witch and not be tragically expelled. I thought she was at the register, but the moment I mention passing, all I catch is a glimpse of Carmilla's cape fluttering as she rushes towards me and takes my hands in hers.
Congratulations!
Congratulations, my dear.
I'm impressed.
You've impressed me. I honestly had no faith that you would pass the Magwitch's devilish exams with only a week's worth of studying, and yet, here you are.
What do you mean, you had no faith?
Right.
I was under the tutelage of it, the beautiful, the one and only Countess Carmilla. How could I fail with such a brilliant mentor? Carmilla's face flushes, and she sinks into the collar of her cape. Really, she makes it too easy.
Then this is the most fortunate? Then it is most fortunate that I took you under my wing, isn't it?
I give both her hands a squeeze, and she shyly peers at me in response. If I hadn't seen her in action, I don't think I'd ever believe she was any sort of hunter in the slightest. Which reminds me, actually.
Well...
Hey, Carmilla. Do you, remember our conversation from the other day? Where you outsmarted the vampire hunters? Her face falls a little, and she lifts her head to fully face me. Guess that answers that.
Wow.
How did you do it? It's been driving me peanuts.
Well, I suppose you do deserve a little reward.
Anyway,
The truth is, I didn't.
now...
The little mouse, though she had acted as bait, she was my savior that night. The girl from the picture rescued you, but I thought she was scared of you. Carmilla nods.
She was.
She was, and I'm still not entirely sure why she helped me in spite of it all.
Maybe.
Perhaps she was simply following the old game, or perhaps that connection we shared still lingered in her heart.
At any rate...
Either way, she left me an opening, as she had always had, time and time again, and I chose to take it.
Well...
What happened to her after that? She shrugs, but despite her nonchalant attitude, I can tell it bothers her. Her downcast eyes give it away.
I have no idea.
That was the last time I saw her.
Well...
And, from what I've gathered, she died and was buried somewhere in Slovenia, but that was decades ago.
My hands tense up, pressed against hers. Do you want to see her again?
Of course.
Of course, I had intended to apologize properly upon our next meeting, but I never got the chance. I was foolish to.
I felt her grip slacken in mine, as though she'll drift off the moment I let go. But I have no intention of letting that happen.
Well...
What's stopping you?
Right.
You got like 3 raises and a bonus from Mr. West this week. And you've been working in the human shop long enough that we should be able to afford the trip, right?
Pardon?
Pardon? We?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not just going to let you take a vacation by yourself, you know?
Hmm.
And I've always wondered what it would be like to travel across Europe.
Oh!
Oh, and there's a city of love in France too, isn't there? That settles it. I'm going. Despite my efforts, Carmilla presses her lips together in uncertainty.
My dear little witch.
You are truly shameless at times, my darling. Though I suppose that's just one of your many charms. But when I visit the grave, won't you be bored?
Well...
I need to meet my rival eventually, don't I?
Huh?
Your rival?
She shoots me a blank stare for a long moment, but then her cheeks light up like the inside of a jack-o'-lantern.
Oh my.
My, oh my, that is, but oh goodness, I did not think that you'd...
Miss Countess, don't tell me you've fallen for me too. I raise one of Carmilla's hands to my lips and gently kiss her knuckles. I think if she turns any redder, she'll explode. Sorry, too much? She shakes her head side to side vigorously, but doesn't reply. In response, I can't help but giggle until my own feelings of resignation creep in. Well, don't worry. I know you're still in love with her, so I won't tease you anymore. But I think that as long as those mistakes are haunting you, you won't be able to notice anybody else. And maybe I'm a little selfish, but I at least want a fighting chance.
Oh.
Oh, my dear sweet little witch, you have it all wrong.
She gently puts her hands on mine, and my heart sinks. Did I mess up? I thought she liked the aggressive approach. Sorry, I think I misread the, never mind.
Well...
Sorry, I'll go. But before I can turn away, Carmilla's hand is on my cheek to meet mine, and she draws me down into a kiss. My heart does backflips against my chest. When she gently pulls away, I feel my witch's resolve begin to waver, having been suddenly overwhelmed by her soft lips. Is this a yes or is it a no? I'm getting a lot of mixed signals here.
You dummy.
Oh, Hicks, you dummy. The way I feel about her and the way I feel about you are completely different.
It flicks the tip of my nose. I blink.
Now...
She may always be important to me, but that doesn't mean there is no room left for you.
Even if I'm not immortal?
Even if I'm not an immortal?
Of course!
Ooh.
I plan to cherish all the time we have for the precious thing that it is. And if a day comes that we should part ways, then I will keep every memory I hold of you close to my heart.
Oh my god. That's a good line. Nice.
Even if I cannot give her the apology she deserved, I may at least honor her memory by correcting the mistakes I've made in the past. And show her I can move forward in my future with you.
A critical hit. Once it registers in my head that Carmilla, the Carmilla, likes me too, a fierce blush rushes against my cheeks and spreads to the very tips of my ears. I try and regain my earlier suave and charismatic composure, but words escape me. Be cool, Hex, be cool.
Wow, that sounds pretty profound.
She raises a brow and smiles, amused, before proceeding to bat her eyelashes at me.
You think so, huh? I do. But after we visit and make amends, I really want to see Paris.
Yeah, we should go to
Can we
Paris.
go? Please?
Please. I look Carmilla in her, why did they have to throw this word at me? Violacious? Is that what that says? Violacious? Is it because they're like violet? Violacious eyes, waving up my clasped hands at her. She stares at me for a moment, a little surprised, but there's such warmth in her gaze that I feel myself blush even more profusely than before. At long last, a soft chuckle escapes her lip.
Oh, alright.
The end. You unlocked Carmilla's ending until eternity ends. Oh, that was cute. That was so cute. Violacious. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that was so cute. I kind of want to look up if I can actually get his ending or not. Witches, Lawrence. Yeah, it's the DLC. It seems like. Yeah. It seems that you have to get the DLC to get Lauren's ending and also some more pictures for like the normal routes, I think. Interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know he was only DLC. But I guess that's fine. We don't have to romance him today. That was cute though. This was a cute game. It's very what's the word? Sappy and cheesy and fun. Not like the Ballads at Midnight that we played, which was more, I guess, I don't know if tasteful is the right word. It was more, you know, slow, I suppose. And not as cutesy. I think that's a good way to put it. But yeah, I think that's probably everything. I mean, we could go for the... we could, if we really want to. Oh, whoops. If we go here, we could be like, Lonely Souls of Halloween Town, here I come, and see what happens. But I think that will be like the last thing. See here. I don't think it matters which one I do.
Duh.
We can crawl.
Crawl.
We can do Life Leech.
Well.
Insubstantiate. Right, skip. There we go. Okay, what happens now? I'm pleased to announce that, once again, love is triumphant.
The incomparable, the one and only.
All thanks to weeks of dedicated hard work from yours truly, the brilliant, the one and only Hex Nightshade. Without further ado, I prepare myself for this year's Halloween festivities.
The best matchmaker in Dwemermere High.
Now that exams are over, it's time for Dwemermere High's best matchmaker to return. Lonely Souls of Halloween Town, here I come. The end. Oh. Unlock the generic ending. The best matchmaker in Dwemermere High. That was kinda quick. But alright. If you have time, could you check, I guess it's read as Valhalla? Cyberpunk bartender action on Steam game, and let me know if you're interested. I could check it. Let's see here. Let's see. 11. Let's see here. What is this? Oh, the art kind of reminds me. I don't know why. I think it's the like picture. It kind of reminds me of a Danganronpa character. But it seems like it's what's it called? Pixel art, sort of. So like Danganronpa meets pixel art. It looks kind of cool. Visual novel, cyberpunk. I mean, I don't know anything about this game, but I could check it out. It looks fine to me. In a city, only hope remains. Huh. This looks interesting. I could probably check it out, but I could get it myself. It's fine. Thank you for offering though. But yeah, I could check this out. I think next week I'm probably going to play Mass Effect and Sorcery because I haven't played those in quite a while. But I think the week after that I could check this game out. So now I could even put it on my schedule now, maybe. I don't know if I can say the exact date for it, but I could put it on my schedule. Maybe here? We'll see, we'll see. I know that I think I'll only be able to do 2 streams next week, so... Yeah. I'm gonna put it on... Let's see here. I'll put it on Tuesday the 14th for now, but it might change depending on what my schedule will look like. It might stay there, it might switch up a little bit. But I think I'll only be able to do 2 streams next week, so that's why I'm probably not going to be able to stream it that week. But I should have more time week 46, so... yeah, I post my schedule both on Twitter and in my, like, information here on Twitch. So, if you don't check here on my Twitch page, it will be on my Twitter. I usually update the schedule every Sunday for that week. So, keep your eyes peeled and you'll see when I'm gonna play it. Otherwise, there will be odds too. But yeah, with that, I think I'm done for today. I'm going to be streaming again on Saturday. Yeah, on Saturday. And I'm going to be playing Suika game. So the watermelon game, in case you haven't seen it anywhere. I feel like everyone's playing it right now. And I got it, and now I want to play it on stream. I'm not very good at it, but it's still fun to play. But I'll be doing that earlier in the day, so I'll be starting at 1 PM GMT on Saturday. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people play it too, and I feel like I get so backseaty when I play that game, and you can't like tell people when they're playing how they should play, but I'm thinking in my head like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I have a Switch. I only like play Animal Crossing on it. And I guess I have played Pokemon too, and Smash with some friends, so there's other games too. Yeah, it's really fun to watch Suika game. There's something hypnotizing about it, both playing and watching. And I think it's partly because when you're watching, you're like, oh, they shouldn't have done that, they should have done it like this. But then you're also enthralled because somehow it works out most of the time. Or if it doesn't, you're like, what did I fucking say? I knew this was gonna happen. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm gonna have to thank my friend. He let me borrow his capture card for the Switch stream because I don't own one myself. But he owns one because he like goes to a bunch of Smash tournaments and stuff. I think that's why, at least. Because he like, yeah, he's very active in that community. And they like stream and stuff. So I think that's why he has one. So I'll be borrowing that, and I think if I want to play it again, I can probably borrow it again. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what other kind of tournaments you would need that for. That's nice. I personally like I like Smash, but I don't play it like competitively. I only play it for fun with my friends. So, and I don't know like basically anything about the Smash scene except for like what he says or what I see like some streamers talk about, like Ludwig, for example. On GameCube. Oh, is that Melee? I'm guessing. I haven't played Melee. I've only played Brawl and Ultimate. I think Brawl. I used to be okay at Brawl, and then in that game I mained Sheik. But then in Ultimate, Sheik wasn't really as good. So I don't think I liked it as much. But now I think the ones when I play Smash, I mostly play random, and if I'm picking anyone, I'm probably going to pick Cloud, one of the Links, or oh, what are they called? The Inkling, I think. I think Inkling is the name from Splatoon. I think those are my top picks if I don't pick random. I like the chaos element of random. And I guess I mostly don't play with items on because my friends are a bit more try-hard. But I do think items are fun too. Not if you're like trying to be competitive, of course, but just if you're playing to have fun. Pokemon trainer from Brawl? Oh. Yeah. I was never really a Pokemon trainer fan. I thought it was cool, but I didn't know how to play it, so that's probably why. And I was always so annoyed when I accidentally switched to Zelda when I was playing Sheik. I just wanted to play Sheik, man. But it does help. Or, okay. Let me put it like this. It was actually kind of funny that, because I usually play with like my friends who are pretty good at Smash, right? And it usually doesn't go that well for me, but I can get some stocks and I can like do some stuff. And because I usually am the losing party, I'm like, oh, whatever. I'm just playing for fun, right? But then I played with some other friends who are not playing Smash a lot and who are not playing like competitively or whatever. And I was stomping their asses so hard. I was like, huh? Am I actually kind of okay at this game? Oh? Yeah, it kind of felt good to win, but I also felt bad because the others were not having as much fun because I was just stomping on everyone. So yeah, I guess it has some perks. It kind of feels like that also gives me like vibes from because I also have friends who really like League of Legends, and I have a love-hate relationship with League of Legends. It's fun if I play with at least 2 friends. If we are less than 3 people playing, I'm not going to play. I never play alone because I think it's horrible. But if I have 2 people playing with me, it's fine because we're majority, right? And I kind of had the same experience with League where my friends are really good at League. I'm not super good at League. But then I played with someone who I learned like that they play League too, and I was like, oh really? We could play sometime, just to like try it out. And I played with them, and I think it was because we were kind of on the same level, whilst the people I usually play with are like way better than I am. That we just owned that game where we played. I think we played like 2 games or something, maybe more, I don't remember, but we stomped those games. I don't know, it was just really funny to me. I was like, wow, maybe I'm not that bad at this game. I just play with 2 good people. Like, they're too good. Same with CSGO for me. Oh, yeah. Oh man, CSGO. Oh, that like takes me back to another time. I know people still play it, but man, that game is not for me. After playing in high school, when you go back to your skill level, you feel like a god. Yeah, for sure. I also just don't play enough to be good, you know? And honestly, I'd rather have fun playing a game than play it well, if that makes sense. So like, and I guess in League, it's a little bit special in the way that you play it, and if things are going bad, you usually don't have fun because everyone else is so angry. Mewtwo King on Smash. I don't think so. I'm not really in the loop with the Smash scene. Half suffering, yeah, for sure. But I usually try to have fun, and even if we're losing, I try to like have fun. Like, I'm losing, but I can, you know, have small victories. A legend on Smash. Oh, I'm gonna tell that to my friend, and he's gonna be like, oh, you know who that is? And I'll be like, yeah, someone told me. No, I'm probably, I mean, I could ask him, but I don't think he'll be impressed. Especially not if it's a legend. He would be like, you didn't know? But that's fine. I don't really know too much about any esports really. Like tell me about Leffen. Okay. I'll remember Mewtwo King and Leffen. I'll keep those in mind. He'll probably know. I'm gonna guess. Yeah, but I don't really know too much about any esport really. Like I used to watch a little bit of League of Legends, and I sometimes like turn it on in the background because they're having worlds right now, right? So I think I've tuned into like half of a stream or half a game maybe. But I definitely think it's more fun to watch like esports if you're watching with others, or if you're not watching together, at least you have someone to chat with or something. And I haven't really watched it apart from when my friend is playing. You're mostly a casual gamer. I have no mouth and I must scream. An old visual novel. 1995, yeah, that is kind of old. Yeah. I used to be really competitive in Overwatch when that was big, but the what's it called? The esports for Overwatch wasn't that good, if I remember correctly. I still think I watched some of it, but I had more fun playing competitively with my friends. We were like a big group at a point, playing together, trying to get like high ranks. I didn't get too high. I think I only got to diamond, but I had some that were in like master and no, not grandmaster, but master at least. Maybe, wait, I don't remember. We were tryhards. We had like, I think we were more than 12 people playing. So we made like custom lobbies and played against each other. That was a lot of fun. Man, damn, that was a really long time ago, but man, that was fun. I'm always like this in like most games. I usually just play custom lobby. It's getting real, yeah. Rocket League. I haven't actually played Rocket League. I've seen videos of it and I've seen like streamers play it, but I haven't played it myself. But I think I know some people who are really into Rocket League. I don't know them that well, but I remember in conversations we've had that they play it a lot and get really competitive in that game. So yeah, I'm guessing you like that game then? Oh, that's nice. It's nice when you find like that one game that you're like, yes, I'm gonna put all of my time and effort into this. Nowadays, I don't really play anything competitively, but I do get like sucked into some games more than others. Like when I was playing through Dragon Age, oh man, I was obsessed. But nothing super competitive now, honestly. I just do my own thing nowadays. And sometimes I play League with my friends because they play it a lot. And I can just tune in like, hey, can I join for a game or two? But for me, it's enough with like maybe 1 to 3 games maybe. Then I'm like, okay, I've had my fun. Oh man. My water, it has run out. That's fine. For now. But yeah, I think with this lovely conversation, I think it's probably time for me to end stream. Oh, if I don't play visual novels, I play simulation management game. My only competition is to be as optimized as possible in my management games. Oh, that's actually really nice. Yeah, I used to play more management games. Now I don't really... Or management games. I guess more like strategy games. I haven't really played anything like too management-y except for like Prison Architect, I think. And that was a long time ago. But I remember, oh my god, the old Civilization 5 days. I used to play that game a lot with my friends, and I felt like most of the time it took more than like 1 day to finish, so we had to like go to bed and then continue playing, and sometimes we didn't continue playing. Yeah, it's a classic. I think... Do I have Civilization 6? I don't think I've played it if I do own it. But I think it was free. Or was it just really cheap? I don't remember. Oh, oh man, I don't know. Oh, I guess I also have played like... I guess it's kind of management with Stardew Valley. But not really. But kind of. It's not like... Because I guess you can optimize your crops and stuff. So it could be very management-y. Idol manager? No, I haven't. I'm guessing you're a manager for a bunch of idols. I mean, the name sounds pretty self-explanatory. But I guess that could be... Oh, wait, what happened? There we go. Idol manager. Oh. It's harder than it sounds. Oh, I see. Oh my god, there's a bunch of cute girls. Or idols, I guess. Wow. Alright. Okay. I see. We love weebs here. It's okay. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, maybe this... I want... Is this game weeby? Maybe not. Do I have some really weeb games? I need to check that. I mean, I guess I would say so. I have some visual novels that are pretty weeby. Like, I have Amnesia, which is a romance visual novel, which also has an anime adaptation. Let's see. I think I have another. I guess most of my weeby stuff is visual novels. Maybe something else, I don't know. What counts as a weeb game? Apart from like visual novels and I guess there's that one like JoJo like Smash game, and also the Naruto one, I think. JRPGs. Oh yeah, JRPGs. How could I forget? If it looks anime, it's weeb. Fair. Fair. That is very fair. But it's a Suika weeb. It's just fruits, but it's kind of cutesy in a like weeb way, if that makes sense. Like the fruit has faces, and it's also a Japanese game. Does it count? Yeah. This, like, I don't know what it is, but for some reason recently I've been like thinking about or talking to people and like mostly friends about like certain types of things and why or how they exist or how to define them. This sounds really weird, but I was watching a VOD of a streamer where they were showing a bunch of music, alright? And one of the songs, the streamer said like, this song has fuckboy energy, doesn't it? And I was like, hold up, pause. What does that mean? What do you mean when you say a song has fuckboy energy? So, as a normal person would, I started talking to my friends like, hey, does this song have fuckboy energy? And why? So we started to try and define what makes a song a fuckboy song. Which sounds really weird. It could have been any genre, right? But this is just the example. And I think what we established was that it has to like is usually a little bit sexual in nature. Like the music somehow, the lyrics somehow talk about you know, sex or fucking or something like that. It also has to sound a little bit edgy, but also be kind of poppy. Like it. What more did we say? Usually a guy singing. And stuff like that, basically. So we're trying to break it down. Yeah. It's like you said, it sounds crazy, but it's kind of fun to break things down and be like, wait, you say a weeb game, but what does that actually mean? what do you include in your categorization of weeb games? And it's kind of fun to talk about that stuff. And usually you can't like boil it down completely, right? There's always going to be some outliers. But yeah, it's fun. And I feel like it's become more common for me to talk about that now than say 5 years from like 5 years ago. I didn't think about that too deeply, I don't think. Maybe some things. But I guess it's just I think more about what people say and I'm like, wait, what do you mean by that? Maybe because I try to describe things like I tried to describe this game. It's a cutesy, kind of sappy and cheesy but fun romance game. Of drinking some beer, it can get a bit funny and extreme. Yeah. That's the fun part. That's the best part. When you just go balls off the wall. You don't even need to have beers to do that, I feel like. If you just have the right people, you can go down that path either way. Like egging each other on, you know? But yeah, man. It's kind of a shame that the Wolf Boys DLC, yeah, it adds a bit of randomness to it for sure. And also, according to me at least, it tastes good too, so that's a bonus. I guess it depends on what kind of beer. I usually tend to gravitate more towards the more bitter, like IPAs and stuff, rather than a lager. Or like sour beers, my love. Sour beers are, if you haven't tried, and if you like sour stuff, I recommend it. They tend to be sweet too, most of them. Some are just pure sour, but if you get like a berry one or a really juicy one, they usually have some sweetness too. Raw vodka, enjoy. Yeah. There's a lot of variety in beer. With vodka, I don't know. There are a lot of different vodkas, but I feel like they all taste like garbage. They're definitely more enjoyable if you mix them with something. Hard liquor is not my favorite. I don't really like the taste of alcohol, so I guess that's why I prefer the lighter stuff. Although I don't have any trouble drinking, like, say, a stout or something that are like 12%, but usually you sip those and they have a lot of flavor that isn't just alcohol, you know? They kind of, yeah, like a good chocolate coffee stout. That's some good shit. I getcha. If I take a Smirnoff, it's probably going to be a Smirnoff Ice on my part. And even then, I don't do very well with very fizzy things, like fizzy drinks. I have a hard time because I didn't really drink soda. I've never really liked the feeling of what's it called in English? Carbonated carbonation, I guess. Oh no, it's only 37.5 instead of 40? Yeah, like the fizziness, the bubbles. I have a hard time with the bubbles. They're not good to me. So a flat drink is to prefer most of the time. And I guess that's why beer is kind of okay. And I guess wine is really good too, but beer doesn't have as much carbonation in it, so it's a bit easier to drink than say a cider or a Smirnoff Ice. Yeah, but I think my go-tos are probably... What is my go-tos? If I go out, I probably just drink a mixture of different beers, and I probably have some sort of wine to accompany, because wine is a little bit more percent, you know. Or I do a mix of, like, if I have like vodka at home and like maybe some lemon soda or something. Yeah, wine can be... Yeah, wine can be a little... I think my worst hangover, like... Yeah, my worst hangovers have probably been from wine. Because I feel like it makes you, or at least me, more sluggish the day after. Like I get way more tired, and yeah, I don't feel as good if I've had a lot of wine the day before. But I feel like hard liquors and beer, I'm usually quite fine the day after. Yeah. I don't know, I feel like people are a little bit different with the different types of alcohol. Like some people can't really drink hard liquors because it makes them really, or spirits, because it makes them really hungover. And then others are more like that with beer, some are like that with ciders, some are like that with wine. You know, people are very different in that sense, I've noticed when I've talked to some friends. And I think wine is that culprit for me. But it also kind of depends on the wine. But if I had like a lot of white wine, I usually feel like shit the day after. It's probably the same with red wine, but I think I'm more cautious in general when I drink a bunch of wine. Because I know it makes me feel like shit. But it tastes good. But I'm also not like a very frequent drinker. I mostly just drink if I'm out and about with my friends, which, I don't know, it doesn't happen as frequently as it did, say, 3 years ago, but it still happens once in a while. Every so often. It's not very classy to get hungover on white wine, if you ever got hungover from white wine. Because I don't know how prices differs in different countries, but wine isn't... Like, if you get a cheap wine here, it's probably... I'm trying to think about an equivalent price. I think you can get a pretty good wine here for, let's say, about, I don't know, 75, 79 crowns. And I think that's about, let's see here. Maybe 5 or I guess around 5 beers or something, like for the same amount of money, which, you know, sounds like a lot, but if you're thinking about it, a beer is maybe like 5% or something, and the wine is like around 13, 14. So I don't know, I feel like it's kind of similar. Let me just check. Oh shit. It's around 12 bucks if you want to not look like sheep bastard. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just that some of the wine here is pretty cheap. I think it's because in Sweden we have like a monopoly, basically. Like there's one place that sells alcohol in Sweden, and they set all of the prices and stuff. So I think if you like think about it in those terms, they probably set the prices so that one is not like super duper mega cheaper to get drunk of than another type of alcohol. I don't know why, but my OBS is not really updating my chat. Oh no, wait, it is. Okay. High standards. I think it could also be because I'm like a university student, so most of the people I hang out with don't care if you're drinking a super expensive wine. They're more like, oh, that one's really cheap and it tastes good. That's great. But I'd imagine if you are like not a university student and you're like working and stuff, I think you would probably go for the pricier wines. If you're like having someone over for dinner or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. I also am studying a very long program. It's like 5 years. I guess most people finish it in 6 years. So, yeah. Let's go only like 1 year, maybe 2 left. I've been studying for a while. But yeah, I think good luck. Thank you. It's going well, kind of, so far. I'd say it's going well. So I think it will be fine. And I'm almost done. I can see the end of the tunnel. Just a little bit more. But yeah, I think with that I'm starting to get a little bit tired. So I think I'm gonna end it here for today. But we had some good just chatting for a while too. Should have kept some from for this week on Saturday. But I think we can come up with more fun topics then too. But yeah, I feel like I'm done for today at least. So I hope you've had fun. And it's too bad we couldn't romance our little werewolf boy. But maybe another time if I want to buy this game, I'll consider it. But now I have another recommendation of a game that I'm gonna play in 2 weeks. I'm glad you liked it. Alright, so with that, I want to thank you for watching, and I also hope you've had a wonderful day, morning, day, evening, or night. And I'll see you all for some Suika game on Saturday. Bye!